Hello, everybody. This is Uncle Bruce, and I'm here again with Juvenile. How are you doing, Juvenile?
I'm good, Bruce. Hello, everybody.
So today it's cold in Sao Paulo, and we both live in Sao
Yes.
Paulo. So he likes it, and I don't like it because I'm from Michigan, and it's always cold there in the winter. And it's winter here now. Officially, it's winter.
Yeah,
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 June
exactly.
20th was the first day of winter.
Exactly. So it's time to the part of June in
Hmm.
Brazil. So in the case of Southeast and the South, it's time to drink some a drink that we call quentão.
Quintão. Ah,
Quentão. It's
is it with
made
cachaça?
cachaça and ginger, and I don't know if there is another ingredient, but the main of them is cachaça and ginger.
What about cinnamon? Do you have cinnamon in there too? The
Oh, yeah,
canela?
yeah, yeah. I think cinnamon and cloves.
Oh, cloves.
Cloves. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah, okay.
If I'm not wrong. I'm
Okay.
not a big fan, but it's good.
Hmm.
For the cold days, it's good to,
Have a little something to warm you up, huh?
yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here a minute, and then we'll talk about this article. So let me share here and here and here. So this is the article that we're going to discuss today. It's after the great Netflix correction, streaming looks to find new pragmatic footing. So in this article,
Yeah,
it talks about different streaming services, such as you see here: Disney Plus, HBO Max, Peacock, Hulu, Netflix, Paramount Plus, TV or Apple TV Plus, Prime Video from Amazon, and
yeah.
those are the main ones that they discussed here. But those are a lot. That's a lot of information. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, in reference to this article, what did you take from the article, Juvenile?
I think, in a nutshell, I think the topic that this article is discussing in general is more than the situation of each one of these streamers, but more than this is it's about the future of streaming in general because if you think you think since some decades ago, maybe
Mm,
um, the cinema or maybe the Hollywood
hmm.
suffered a lot of change, in terms of behavior of spectators and in terms of economic uh, economic demands and other stuff. And the point is, uh, to produce movies is something very expensive,
Hmm.
and people changed their preferences.
Hmm.
Uh, Go to the movies not it's not an experience, a good
Hmm.
experience or something very excite experience for people in general. People prefers to stay at home in the convenience of their sofa,
That's true.
and yeah, and of course, due to the accessibility to the remote control, if you don't like the video, you just change for another program. So
That's
it's
true. That's
necessary
true.
to produce something that draw the attention of people, you know. And I think this is the main point or the main challenge for streamers. Okay. And because of that, maybe the quality of television and movies in general are so terrible.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you watch the public broadcast television channels such as Hikor and the other channels?
No.
Never?
No, I watched it once, but I think there is a long time that I don't watch.
Okay, because I
In
watch
gen-
the channels a lot because I need to watch Brazil or Urgente, Cidade
Mhm.
Alerta. No, I do watch
Yeah,
them
that's
because
good. That's
I watch
good.
them because I want to understand what's going on in our community. Okay, because it's
Uh-huh.
focused on Sao Paulo. Yeah, with that particular version, it's focused on Sao Paulo. Sometimes it's about my city, Osasco. It's like, wow, that's happening here.
Yeah.
So I want to know what's happening, and so I look and watch that
Mhm.
stuff, and I connect ideas too. I mean, I'm still learning Portuguese, so I connect ideas that I hear and then I kind of understand, and so that part's kind of good. But then I watch the news channels. Okay,
Mhm.
I watch the news broadcast, not only the bad stuff, but the news in general. I watch Channel 42 with the it's kind of record news. It's like we used to have
Record
a channel
news.
in the United States called Headline News. It was like news 24/7,
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
I watched the broadcasting, but with the streaming services, I watched Netflix. What about you?
Uh, I watch it as well, but I can say that I used to watch or more frequently Star Plus, and I like a lot of Mubi. I don't know if the correct pronunciation, but Mubi is Mubi
Yeah, that would be
because
movie or Mubby.
Mubi,
Yeah,
yeah, and
I've never heard of that
why?
one. I mean, I
Yeah,
may have heard of it, but I don't know
yeah, why I like it because most of their portfolio,
their content.
the content is old movies, old school movies. So
Mm.
if you want to watch, for example, some Humphrey Bogart
Yeah, with
movie,
Casablanca.
exactly. So you find there, and I
Uh-huh.
prefer, you know, in my opinion, the cinema was better and more creative, or even more artistic in the years of in the gold years, golden
Mm-hmm.
years, like 50s, 60s until 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Something of 80s are very good, but in general, maybe in this 2 decades until now, I think the quality decreased a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
I will speak something that is very controversial for maybe for the majority of our audience, but I hate this kind of trilogies or
Mm-hmm.
like Avengers and other stuff because are so narrow. Okay, the scripts and the idea behind that, I don't like it. I don't like it. So I
I'm not a
prefer to see.
fantasy
Yeah,
movie viewer either. I don't like fantasy so much.
yeah.
So one thing I noticed in the article, though, they said that Netflix had a big adjustment to what happened
Mhm.
with their services,
Yeah.
and they lost a lot of customers back in 2023 last year, and so that big adjustment affected all of the industry of streaming. And so
Hmm.
now they believe that they peaked the losses, and now they're starting to grow again, their services. And
Yeah.
so that was a big factor of Netflix because it's a big game changer, you could say, and big
For
player
sure. For
in the
sure. For
industry.
sure.
So, having an industry like that with many players, actually, there are many players, lots of competition, and that's good. But like you said,
Yeah.
you like the ones that are more catering to the older movies that were created.
Hmm.
Okay. And so um, in the United States, I remember that they had a channel called Warner, like Warner Brothers
Yeah. Yeah.
Studios. and they hosted a lot of those types of movies. So I don't know what's going on in the United States these days because I don't live there. But I remember that they had some good movies on there. I enjoyed watching some of them, but I like some of the newer movies too. Like they did say that the movie by Leonardo DiCaprio. What was the name of that one? It's
The
let me
last
see.
one?
The most recent one was a big one, big production
Yeah,
about the
think
Native Indians.
I think it's called The Killers of the Moon, Flowers of the Moon,
Yeah, something like that.
Moonflowers. Yeah.
So I haven't watched that yet, but I want to. But I think it's over 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And they said it lost money at the box office, meaning the theaters.
Mhm.
So, but they said that it's earning money through the streaming services.
Mhm.
So that's pretty cool. You know, you may not get all your money in the front end, you know, when you're showing it in the theaters, but you can get it on the backside, you know, when you're showing the streaming service. So that's kind of good, you know, to have this opportunity to basically sell the movie rights to watch and to view to another group of people that are watching films. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I agree with you. And you know, if you think or one step back, the point is for the streamers, okay, the challenges that they are facing now. The number one is the piracy. You know, the piracy of Signal.
Oh, the signal.
So
Uh-huh.
Signal, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And other stuff is, you know, money talks, and it's necessary to advertise something.
Mm-hmm.
It's necessary to have, you know, other companies advertising in your channel, in your, you know, in your service, or
Mm-hmm.
make partnerships. It's very important. You can you can achieve some progress without partnership nowadays in the business world. It's
Mm-hmm.
necessary to do that. So it's another thing. The other stuff is, as I said some minutes ago, is the how to draw the attention of people in general. So people now, I think this is a trend. One of them, it's necessary to produce trilogies or some series. People now are very addicted to series. Particularly, I don't like.
Mm.
I don't like of
I
that.
like a series called Suits. Have you heard of Suits?
No.
It's a series about a lawyer firm, and it's
Mm-hmm.
in New York City, and it's I like it. I like the acting and the actors. It's very interesting to me and my wife. My wife and I like it a lot. But the
Mm-hmm.
movies are always a big draw. You know, the big name movies like The Killers of the Flower Moon was the one with Leonardo
Okay.
DiCaprio, and that's a long movie, but you know, it's actually almost a documentary talking about what happened during the time of the early America with the Native Indians and how
Mm-hmm.
people were corrupt and did some bad things to the Native Indians. And so I want to see that. I did see the movie Napoleon. Did you watch that?
What's the name?
Napoleon.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
I watched it on
I
on the airline. Going to the United States,
okay.
I think it was last year, and it was a good movie. I liked it. It was
This is
very good.
another one if with less more than 3 hours, if I'm not wrong.
That one was I think 2.5 hours.
Yeah, this is a
So
new trend. This is a new trend. If you see, or you can realize that you know, the majority of movies now, the good movies, last more than half an hour. Most of them 2 hours or more than this.
well, I think the normal time is about 2 hours for a movie. The normal.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a little bit less, sometimes more. Actually, a little bit more. 2 hours
Mm-hmm.
and 12 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. So they have a movie that's 2.5 hours. it's a little bit more than normal, but 3 hours, that's a long time. I remember
Yeah.
I remember the movie with Malcolm X as the theme. It was about him going to Saudi Arabia, I think to Mecca or Medina, to make his pilgrimage there as a Muslim.
Mhm.
And that was over 3 hours with Denzel Washington as the actor.
Yeah, I
I
watched
didn't
it.
see that movie, but I said, man, that's a long time to watch something, you know?
Yeah,
So
it's
if you,
good. I think the director is Spike Lee, if I'm not
you know,
wrong. Yeah,
Spike Lee
yeah,
is
yeah.
a cool director. I
Yeah,
like him.
cool, very cool.
Yeah. So,
It works.
you know, when you have these streaming services, they provide opportunity for us to watch in our house. I don't like to go
Mm-hmm.
to the movies all the time, but I like to go sometimes, you know, the theater.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like to go there occasionally, but sometimes it just doesn't work out with my schedule. While this movie is running at the theaters, I just can't get there and go watch the movie. So it's good to have the streaming services. And like I
Mm-hmm.
said, this is supplementing the money that was used to create the movie or the series, whatever, to help the people who put it all together, the producers and directors, all those guys, and the actors, to get their money.
Mm-hmm.
You know that they are sometimes accustomed to. If you have a blockbuster, you know, a spectacular movie, and
Mm-hmm.
people are watching it, and they say it earns a lot of money. There's a movie on in the theaters right now, and I don't remember the name. I'll try to find it while we're talking here. But it's about animation. It's an animated movie. I don't know if you realize the name that I'm talking about, or the movie I'm talking about, but it's an animated film, and it's making a lot of money. Okay, so with
Uh-huh.
animation, I don't think they spend a lot of money. I mean, yes, because you have a specialty of animated movies, and you have to pay the people for that. But you know, it's not that much, I don't think, compared to a regular movie with lots of special effects and lots of explosions and things like that. You know, it's it's a
I think the animated movies is an exception because in despite of in theory are this kind of moves are addressed to children or
well, the
uh
movie is called here. It's called Inside Out #2.
Inside Out. Yeah.
Have you
I
seen the
mean,
original, the #1?
no,
I haven't
no,
either.
yeah,
Okay,
but
did
but
you watch the
people,
movie? Oh, did you watch the movie Toy Story?
yes,
Ah,
until
okay.
until the part three, the part four, I didn't see that.
Okay.
Yeah. But this kind of movies, it's very interesting because in despite of was produced for for children,
Okay.
the topic, most of them have some topics more adult
Yes, the
or
adult
it's
topics with
yeah,
children
it's
as the
very
thing as the
interesting.
audience. It's like, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know about it. And they use some inference to sexuality and things like that. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
that's not good because I don't want my kids to watch things that are out of their league, you know, above their heads.
Mm-hmm.
So those things are kind of crazy, you know, to have an animated movie that caters to the children, but yet it has adult themes.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
controversial.
And I think other stuff that this streamers are doing a lot just to survive in the industry is to produce their own movies.
Like Netflix
And
had. Oh, you know
yeah.
what? I remember about 2 years ago, I think Netflix bought an army installation in New Jersey. I think it was New Jersey, or
Mm-hmm.
where was it? I think New Jersey. So, or Delaware. They bought an army installation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not big, but you know, it's like, man, that's a lot of money for like in military buildings and you know, for all the infrastructure that they have on a military
Sure.
installation. I mean, they have a lot of infrastructure. And so
Sure.
they bought that as their headquarters for their filming industry, creating films. I said, wow, man, I've been to that place and I liked it. There was an old hotel there and it had a good view of the bay that it was overlooking the water. It's like, it was really cool. But no, that's
Yeah.
Netflix. Okay, I can't go there
And
anymore.
And it's very interesting. I don't know where I read, but the article that I read was talking that there is a huge bias against or prejudice against Netflix or Prime Video
Yeah.
and other streamers because the other studios, the old school studios,
MGM.
yeah, they are not accepting the idea of Netflix or Prime Video, for example, win an Oscar
Mhm.
because
Oh,
they say,
because they didn't
yeah,
come up the same way. They didn't grow up the same way that they did.
exactly. So the other studios saying, this is not cinema, this is not art, or,
Oh,
and
please.
it's very funny because
No, but I've seen a lot of good things on Apple TV and Netflix. And I think they're original movies from them.
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah,
wow, man, pretty good stuff.
yeah. And other thing that I was realizing that it's something like in my opinion, okay,
Mhm.
it's the huge number of movies with uh, the same theme, the same topic. Like nowadays, it's very common to watch or to launch movies with the chosen one story or saga. Okay,
Oh, The Chosen.
so
Yes,
the
yes.
chosen. It's very, if you think about, for example, Matrix, The Lord of the Rings, and Harry Potter, even Superman, it's all about the chosen one. Okay,
Mm.
someone that is
Like
assigned.
superheroes,
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
like fantasy of hero of the fantasy movies. I thought you were talking about the series called The Chosen.
No, no, no. I think
Okay.
that it's the theme or the
Hmm.
subject subject
Hmm.
that almost all studios are producing now. For
Yeah, that a
example,
lot of it.
this recent one, the Duna. Duna is a reboot from the 80s.
Hmm.
Okay, and they produce a true um, long film with more than 3 hours.
Oh wow.
The part one and part two, or around 3 hours. Okay,
Hmm. Oh,
and
go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, Duna. I don't know if I'm
I
in
think
if
Dune.
I'm
We say Dune in English. Dune.
Dune, exactly, Dune.
Okay.
So, and this kind of movie, this movie is about, the chosen one, is
Hmm.
about religion, is about the rising of political and religious
Oh,
leader
let me tell
and
you a movie I saw recently.
geopolitical
Let me tell you a
conflicts
movie
and
I saw
other.
recently was Julia Vargas.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude, that was good.
Yeah.
I've been to that palace, I think, 3 times. Okay, looking at all
Mm,
the artifacts and the news and all that information that related to that time and about the life of the president, Julia Vargas. And the movie was
good
very
to
good,
know. Good
very
to
good
know.
movie. Because I'm American, so I didn't grow up here learning everything that is part of Brazil. But
Hmm.
man, it was good because I've been to the palace, like I said, and it's like it helps to cement everything together to
Yeah.
understand what happened during that time. But the palace, which is a museum now, is spectacular. It's
Hmm.
well worth it. Have you been there in Rio de
Uh,
Janeiro?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The Petropolis.
No, no, in Rio de Janeiro, downtown.
No, 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 no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need to go to this palace because you know
Okay.
what? I went there first time because I'd never been there. But then the next couple of times I went to Rio, it rained, and each day it rains, I go to that palace because it's beautiful and it's
Yeah.
still things I don't know, I don't remember. It's like I want to go there and spend time in a beautiful place and just to, you know, be out of the rain, things. So it's worth your time for sure.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I will try to find this to watch because Getúlio Vargas is a very controversial character or political in our history. So it's good
Yes.
to watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it would. So anyway, getting back to the topic for today, streaming is here to stay. I'm sorry, MGM Theater, MGM Production. I'm sorry, Universal Studios. Guys,
Mhm.
streaming is here to help us to look at things that we can't see anymore. You know, you can go to YouTube and see a snippet here and a snippet there, but to watch the real movie, you have to really kind of either have the movie in your possession, or to rent it online. So I prefer to rent it out online, and I'm okay with that. You know, and if they have new production from the studios because they're making money and they're investing in more movie creation, I'm all for that too because they come up with some good ones. So I'm
Sure,
good.
sure.
I'm good.
But my advice is, try to watch the old school movies because most of them has something to teach us, in
Yes.
terms of ideas, concepts, or to show us some reality that in general we miss
Mhm.
because it's not common to talk about. So,
Yeah.
man, it's an opportunity to watch something that give us the opportunity to think, to
Mhm.
reflect.
Listen, we could talk about this stuff all night long because we love to watch movies.
Yeah,
So, just
yeah.
wanted to say thank you for being here again today, and thank you guys for coming to watch our presentation of what we're talking about with the streaming. And I hope they enjoyed it. I know I had a good time talking about it with you, Juvenile. So hope we'll see you guys around next time. Thank you very much, and I'll say goodbye. Uncle Bruce saying goodbye.
Okay, Bruce. Thank you, and bye-bye, everybody. Good week for everyone.
All right, bye-bye.